Hey guys, back and we are playing Halo Infinite. It's been a while since I've been on Halo. Game's kind of hard to play in my region now. Connections have become rough and player base is extremely low, at least in the Asia region, to the point where it gets hard to get into decent playable games. But I haven't yet finished the stuff I wanted to showcase in this game. Uh, there's one last set of stuff that I do want to make sure I cover before kind of wrap Halo completely up, as far as playing with on Halo. And that's the League reward stuff that is still occurring. The HCS, the Halo Championship Series, is still going on. It's year 3, and we're actually near its end of this year, the year 3 HCS. Major 4 just went down, the HCS Salt Lake City Major, which is the final of the majors, or final of the big tournaments before the World Cup or whatever, the World Championship Series for Halo. So this was the last of the reasonably big tournaments, but like I said, the World Championship will be still going down. And yeah, as always with the HCS tournaments, majors, and stuff like that, there are a bunch of drops to be earned that you can get for yourself had you watched the event live. Obviously, like I said, the event's already over, so these drops are no longer available. But I've said this always. The one nice thing about Halo is they are pretty good about doing second chances for a lot of their viewership rewards. So usually it's easier to earn the rewards if you watch the live major, because it's all kind of in one event. But should you have missed it, they usually do second chances during community events and stuff like that. When exactly second chances occur, it's more randomized. So there's no guarantee that there will be a second chance or when there will be a second chance, but usually there are, and often enough. So they sort of did change the viewership reward system this last major, and they kind of continued that kind of adjusted styled viewership reward system this major. So this time around, and like I said last time, the viewership rewards were doled out based on just overall time watched during the entire event. Before, what they used to do is they'd slowly drip feed the rewards over the days of events, and then eventually by the last day you could potentially earn everything. Whereas this time around, as long as you're watching the major at any point in time during the event, you are earning progress to all the drops, right? It was just the time required to earn everything was quite a bit, right? So it was about I think 10 hours to earn everything from the main channel, and then I think 4 hours of the co-streamer channels, you could earn a couple of other items. Now, the picture shows all the items that was available during the viewership rewards. There were a couple of charms, a few charms. One was a repeat. The trophy charm was a repeat, but then the other 2 were part of new drops. And then the first big item was a weapon coating, which is what we're going to be checking out today, the Magma Vent weapon coating. That was for 6 hours of watch time during the main event, and you'd get the coating and one of the charms. I forget which one, but you'd get one of the charms. And then at the 10-hour marker, they had a armor coating, which I'm planning on checking out in a couple of days. So that way I can kind of work on the weekly challenges while checking out the coating. So today we're going to be checking out the 6-hour marker, and then in a couple of days I'll do a separate stream where we'll check out the armor coating, which was the Ivory Guard armor coating or something like that. And that was the 10-hour marker for the main channel. And again, the event lasted all weekend, so it was a 3-day event. And had you watched a little bit on the first day, second day, third day, whatever, or you'd have made progress to earning all the rewards, right? It was like simultaneous timing. Like I left my stream on the first day and I had almost everything unlocked. And then I think the second day stream did last over 10 hours. So if you had just watched the second day for the full stream or just left your tablet on, you could have earned everything on that. And then the third day was like a 9-hour stream or something like that. So plenty of time during the event to have accumulated the 10 hours required to earn everything from the main channel. And then the vehicle coating and the kind of nameplate emblem set was the co-streamer stuff. That you could watch the co-streamers at any point in time during the event weekend. So it didn't have to actually be during the event timings. Like it could be like after hours and like during the off time of the event. If you're watching the co-streamers, you would have accumulated the 4 hours required to unlock that stuff. So those were the rewards and all that goodies from the HCS Salt Lake City. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the weapon coating. So yeah, the Magma Vent weapon coating. It was a kind of universal coating, so you can apply it to all your weaponry that has weapon coating applications available. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like it. We'll go through each weapon quickly, so we can take a peek. This is the AR, obviously. It's a really nice coating too. Like they've done a really good job these last couple of events with giving some solid reward action worthy of, in my opinion, exceeding the worth of just watching a pretty fun event, right? Or even if you wanted to, not even watching it, just having it playing in the background on one of your devices or something like that, right? Yeah, like I didn't watch the first 2 days at all. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I just had that stuff playing in the background to earn the drops, right? I only watched the championship day yesterday. Well, my nighttime. And even that, I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched like the first set of games and then the first 2 set of games I watched and then passed out. And then today I woke up and watched the grand final. Mind you, the grand finals match was something else. Like legitimate modern day gladiators. These Halo players are, or at least like marathon gamers or something like that. Like, I'll save the chat for the event at the end. But yeah, grand finals was epic. Again, it was so long, I actually couldn't watch the final 2 matches because I needed to jump onto the stream. I had some plans later tonight, so I didn't want to waste too much time. I wanted to get on the stream soon enough. I know who won and all that, and I'll probably actually watch the final 2 matches, like the final 2 rounds. I watched everything else of the grand finals, like when I woke up, had it playing while I was doing my morning routine. But yeah, they've provided some proper nice coatings for this viewership, in my opinion. Well worth. And like I said, like the matches I watched were great. They were great. Like, and the grand finals was insane. Legit. The problem, like, I'm like reluctant to even bother watching the HCS this year, or at least these last few couple of events, is because even if I get hyped up, like, I'm like, damn, I want to play this game, which I am. Like, I want to play the game now, right? I'm like, man, that was so much fun watching that. I know, like, generally the connection experience and playing experience that I'm going to get is not going to be great. Again, player base, region that I'm in, it's just like not where it needs to be anymore. That, like, I'm already like dreading. I'm like, geez, I haven't warmed up. I'm gonna struggle the first game. It's gonna be painful. I hope not. This is actually a pretty nice coating for the, let's go, Hydra. Yeah, family dinner plans today, so. And brother will be picking me up before we have to take me to the location. So I just wanted to make sure I jumped on in time to. So yeah, those are the weapon coatings and all that goodies from that set. I've equipped the armor coating, but like I said, we'll do a proper like stream showcasing it in a different, like in a couple of days. Mainly just so I can coordinate with the weekly challenges. What's going on? The modes have changed or something? Let me take out Husky raid so we don't get Husky raid. Yeah, it looks like they've shifted some of the modes around. Alright, doesn't matter. Let us jump right in. And hopefully not struggle with the very first games I have to redo the intro. Yeah, I've basically stopped playing Halo, but for whatever reason, it may be, completion's sake and all that. After starting something, right? Have that kind of. Ideally, I'd like to showcase all the league loot rewards, at least for this year. I've pretty much decided, even if they do have viewership rewards for the HCS next year, I probably won't do streams covering it. But ideally, I'd like to complete showcasing the rewards this year. Again, it just depends, man. If I can actually get into playable games. I don't mind getting shit on every now and then, right? It happens. But when every game is just a struggle and it just feels miserable. And it's not good gameplay, and it's dude, the excuse is dude, it's 300 ping, but still, it's just not good gameplay regardless, right? Then it becomes less exciting to struggle through that. Or worth it. What's going on? How did they split it up? I don't understand this whole like matchmaking system. It's so like they need to like sort things out, like at least combine some of the stuff so it does seem like they keep on going on and on about like, oh, we're gonna continue the live service in this game and all that. There's still things coming. So it does seem like there is gonna be content after. It's just like, I don't know, like I said, it's getting too hard to cover the game and enjoy myself while doing so.
Slayer.
Have been a back smack, dude. No way. No way. Alright. I mean, this is what I mean. Connection's so bad.
Enemy halfway
It is just so bad. It's on.
on tomorrow.
Enemy team nearing victory.
Power items incoming.
Remaining.
Shields! What shields?
Defeat.
I'm just gonna keep going. Like, it was really, even if I restarted, the connection's not gonna be that much better. It was definitely warm-up game. Like I said, it's not gonna get much better connection-wise.
Portable cloak of darkness. M41 SPNKr inbound. M41 SPNKr available.
Dude, how did teammates not do any damage to these guys?
M41 SPNKr inbound. M41 SPNKr. Another one dusted.
Enemy halfway to victory.
In my sights. Tango's closing in.
The lead.
Enemy there. Target spotted. In my sights.
M41 SPNKr available. They'll be feeling that one tomorrow.
Enemy there.
Nearing victory. Five minutes remaining.
Target spotted. Closing in.
Dude, this is what I mean, man. Fuck off with that, man. I had her shot perfect, man.
M41 SPNKr inbound.
Victory.
I don't understand how the Halo like servers are like so like the instability in it. Like, I honestly don't think these are servers that we're playing on in Asia. Like, that game was started off at like 170 or like 140 ping or some 150 ping or something. Ended at like 230. That shouldn't be happening in the middle of the game if it was a server. Like, the fluctuation of like ping, I feel like these are like, I don't know, what the hell, man. Peer-to-peer, like, connections. Even peer-to-peer connections are more stable than this shit, dude. Especially nowadays. So, like, I'd wager this is just, God, it's just awful, dude. Yeah, like, at first I was like, oh, it's 100 ping, like, well, over 100, like 150 ping or whatever. Like, that's better than what I'm used to getting, right? And then that last gunfight where I was shooting the guy that was broken and it wasn't hitting him, even though I was aiming at him, then I look at the ping and it's like, oh, yeah, suddenly it just jumped up, huh? At some point in the middle of that game. Yeah, I honestly, if they didn't bother like actually making the viewership rewards as good as they were, I would probably not have bothered like covering it anymore. I'd have just like, then I forget it. It's like not great like item, but the items and the viewership, like the skins are like really good, man. They're nice. They did a good job this year, or at least these last two majors, as far as viewership rewards go.
Slayer.
Slay 'em all! No mercy! Enemy Spartans are close. Oldie but a goodie. Good kill. Spartans are closing in. shield available. Plasma got him.
It's a cool map, man.
In my sights.
Target spotted.
I meleeed him and it didn't hit. It didn't register the hit. You'd have broke otherwise.
In my sights. Overshield available.
Halfway to victory.
Enemy there.
5 minutes remaining.
Spartan down.
Enemies over there.
Drop wall acquired.
Lost a teammate. Tango's closing in.
In a hail of gunfire. Overshield inbound. Overshield available.
Victory!
I don't know how that was so close, but at least one game we got decent action. It's always when games like this, dude, it's like, damn, this game was so good, so good. Unfortunately, the bulk of the experiences not always. I think I should take out BR Slayers. I feel like that has a tendency of being really, like, a lot of ghost bullets occur on that. Right.
Husky raid. captured your flag.
They've taken our flag.
Enemy captured your flag.
Good, I'm just leaving this. I don't know what on earth is going on. We'll try to find another one, dude. None of the shots will land in, dude. Fucking ridiculous. You know what, dude? Forget Husky raid. Let's do big team battle. Big team battle's a laggy mess also, but fuck it. That game was gonna end in 5 seconds, dude. Fucking Christ, dude. You get it? Four-minute wait time for big team battle. This thing's gotta be joking, right? I've got every mode selected. Back to Husky raid. I guarantee that ping would have jumped up to 200 and something. Like, that was not 130 ping. Guarantee it. But I don't know. I wasn't playing long enough to even figure it out. Timestamps will be in the description, so you can skip to the gameplay in case you're interested in doing that. As always, once the stream goes into the archives.
Husky raid.
Flag. Hot fire, friend.
Kill. Enemy flag returned.
So yeah, HCS Salt Lake City Major 4's 6-hour viewership reward, the Weapon Coating Magma Vent checked out. Let's go through the weapon really quick so we can get a little peek at it. Let me remove. So get a clean look at it. Nah, I'm not removing this one. Keep the job. Yeah, it's a cool coating. It's a really cool coating, obviously. So yeah, that is the coating that you got from viewing the major for 6 hours. Again, like I said, in all honesty, it's been always like a bit of a like, man, do I really want to jump on this game? And viewing the event and also a combination of how amazing the event was this time around for sure, and how actually solid the rewards are. It's hard not to be like, yeah, let's go ahead and jump on. We'll take a peek at the other rewards also. Let's just quickly take a peek. Like I said, we'll do a separate stream for this ivory guard coating. I actually thought this was a white coating, but it looks more like a metallic feel to it. I was hoping more white, but still very cool. So we'll do a separate stream dedicated to that for sure, which is the 10-hour marker. And then the charms, I think this was one of them, the Kill Crosophy one. And then I'm not sure whether I'll have to look which one was the other one. Okay, I think the Kill Apocalypse one was. This one I think was the other charm that you got from the event. And then like I said, the trophy charm they did last time also, so that was sort of a repeat, but not this one. Where's the other one? God, I don't even know where it is. Oh, here it is. So this one was a bit of a repeat item. And then don't remember. I think this was it, the cherry bomb. was the co-streamer one. Let me double check. I have it. Yeah. The cherry bomb. That's right. This one was the co-streamer. You had to watch for 4 hours. And again, the co-streamer you could sort of like watch after the like live event ended, like during off hours of the live event. Or you could watch the co-streamers during the event also. It didn't matter. But you know, usually like because I wanted to put the time in for the live event on the main channel to get the main rewards, I watched the like co-streamers and like the following morning, my time morning, when the event was, you know, nighttime there. And actually the nameplate emblem set, both for last and this, were pretty fun nameplate emblem set, right? For the co-streamers. So even though technically it's a small tier reward, I thought worthy, fun, worthy, if I can find it. Yeah. So yeah, the Mr. Moa nameplate emblem set was, ooh, nice color palette action. Oh, very cool. The color palettes are good for this one. I'm actually gonna go with this one. I like that. And obviously the emblems, well, I guess we'll show at least one of the emblems. No, it's all the way at the end. So yeah, that's the emblem, which is, like I said, it's fun. And I'm sure there's color palette option for this also, right? Yeah, it looks good. I like that. And that was like, you know, universal. So you'll have the weapon emblem, armor emblem, and vehicle, obviously, that we just saw, along with the nameplate. Yeah. So yeah, first game was definitely warm up. Maybe I should have done a quick restart after the first game. But then the third quick play game was pretty stellar. I did good on that. I was slamming, even with the laggy nonsense. I find like the BRs, like they tend to like ghost bullets heavily. Like when you're using the BRs, like I struggle, like on laggy connections, I never do well with the BRs. Like I need a good connection for that weapon to like function properly. The AR, the M40 or whatever, like once they did the recent buff with it, even on a laggy connection, it's a beast weapon. So I usually can do okay with myself when I have that gun. For the most part, not always. It's still a 50-50, honestly, considering connection quality and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll stick with this, and then we'll just do a little bit of bonus section completing the weekly challenges until I have to leave for my family dinner action. But before that, let's go ahead and talk about the major a little bit. I'm a little surprised, like they didn't bother doing the update little picture. Usually they have the winner immediately announced on the announcement thing, but looks like there's a bit of a delay on that. It just ended, so obviously maybe we'll see it tomorrow or like the after, right? So spoilers obviously for the HCS Salt Lake. Again, I didn't bother watching the first 2 days. I just kept my tablet on, got my rewards. I had earned everything, but finals day I always like to tune in and watch like the final team slog it out as much as I can until I'm too tired. So I watched the losers bracket semifinals, and then watched the winners bracket finals. And then passed out for, I didn't watch the losers bracket kind of like finals section, and then the grand finals I watched today morning. So I didn't watch the losers bracket finals, but okay, the 4 teams that were participating in the final 4 was Optic and I believe Shopify Rebellion were on the winners bracket, and the losers bracket was Space Station and FaZe in the semifinal loser bracket, right? So I definitely watched the Space Station FaZe one. That was interesting, obviously. I was keen to see that one. Space Station came out on top, obviously. The grand finals, major spoilers, okay? The big winner is Space Station, right? So everything is leading to Space Station winning. In the winners finals, actually a pretty surprise run by Shopify Rebellion, I think. And they did put up a decent fight against Optic, but lost and got dropped into the losers bracket finals against Space Station. Now, I didn't watch the Space Station Shopify match, but Space Station came out on top, and grand finals, Space Station versus Optic. Now, just to kind of put the pieces together before discussing the grand finals, at the beginning bracket, I believe Space Station got knocked down to the losers bracket by Optic, like immediately, first game on the bracket. So Space Station made a complete bottom bracket run from losers beginning matches all the way back into the grand finals, right? And like I said, spoiler alert, they win the grand finals. So this was a huge run for Space Station, coming from the winners bracket, dropped into the losers bracket, full run all the way back up, right? So they had a lot of games, a lot of work to be done throughout to get back to where they were. Then Optic didn't necessarily have an easy street into getting into the grand finals from the winners bracket. Like I said, Space Station, Optic, both the 2 top teams this year for sure, without question, were matched up in the very first match. And then the second match was Optic versus FaZe. So FaZe was in their bracket run, right? So Optic beats FaZe and sends them into the losers bracket, right? And then, like I said, Shopify Rebellion, and then finally, like, the final thing, right? So a pretty solid run by Optic. Now, like, the other thing to be aware of is often in the grand finals, like, Optic has been there, like, for quite a few of them, right? But usually the problem on Optic, or at least the disadvantage Optic has had in the, like, recent grand finals that they've reached, is they get knocked into the losers bracket, and then they come into the grand finals, right? So in Halo, what they do in the grand finals is they have best of 7, okay? And then if you're from the losers bracket and you beat the winners bracket, that's a reset. So everyone gets their second chance from the winners bracket, right? So even if, like, you're in the winners bracket first, right? You have to be defeated 2 times best of 7 in the grand finals to actually take that loss and lose the grand finals, right? So usually what happens is Optic gets sent to the losers bracket and they're coming in from the losers bracket. And then even if they do manage to do anything like damage-wise, they're probably tired because of the losers bracket, right? And had that kind of like monumental task of beating the grand final team twice over. This time around, though, Optic got to the grand finals from the winners bracket. So whoever they were going up against would need to beat them 2 times over in the grand finals to secure the victory. Now, obviously, like I said, spoiler alert, Space Station managed to pull that off. And man, was it a battle in the grand finals. Like, so like I said, Space Station gets to the grand finals, best of 7 first bracket run. Like I said, the Space Station needs to beat Optic in the best of 7 and then do it again in the reset, right? And that's what they pull off. And it was nutty. It was nutty, man. Like, just for sake of, like, to kick off the like grand finals, and it kind of is it showcases what the grand finals was going to be. Basically, was like the first match, right? That first match itself lasted like maybe 20 minutes because it went on for a while. Then they had a reset, and then they had another reset, and then finally the victory happened, right? So it was a beastly first match. I forget, man, I think it is the capture the zone thing, right? I forget what they call it. But yeah, they had that, right? Then went into Slayer, and Optic kind of like dominates Slayer. So Space Station manages to win the first round. Then second round, Optic wins the Slayer. Then I'm not fully certain of the order of matches because I was kind of like watching it while I was doing my morning routine, right? But I'll definitely sum up the highlights of it. Then one of the like major, I think, pivotal matches, in my opinion, out of the like first set was the Stronghold. Okay, so I can't remember where exactly that was placed in the like matches. It might have been the third one, I think. I don't know. But the Stronghold match in the first set of matches, Optic took this massive lead. Like it looked like they had the game in the bag. But Space Station slowly started chipping away and bringing it back, and finally got it to like a point where like it was neck and neck, and then took the lead and wins it, right? And is a bit of I think that was kind of like the pivotal moment in my personal opinion, where I think Space Station might have broken Optic. Now, don't get me wrong, the rest of the matches were very close also, right? But ended up being, what was the score and then 4-3? 4-2 or something like that. I think it was 4-2 in the first bracket. And all the matches were like pretty like brutal, right? And then, like I said, Space Station like did the reset, and the very first match was capture the flag, right? In the reset. And again, Optic comes in super hot. Like they are capping flags, quick cap flags. Space Station struggling a little bit, but also capping a flag or two, like getting their flags capped, like, but it definitely looked like Optic had like the game, had control of the game. Not necessarily dominating, but had control of the match throughout. And then like maybe the last minute or so, right? It's like, I think a 2 flag lead. I think the Optic might have been 4-2 or something like that. Four caps to 2 or something like that. Again, a little foggy with them like scoring exact. But they were 2 flags down, right? And somehow Space Station manages to like pull off 2 really quick caps on flags and ties it up and sends the game into overtime sudden death, right? And Space Station manages to pull off the sudden death flag cap, right? It was brilliant. I think that final, like the first match of the reset, as brutally like close as it ended up being, right? But I think having so much control, like Optic having so much control of the like first half of the game and then losing it completely, that was like, I think, the final straw that broke the camel's back, right? And then I watched the Slayer. The Slayer was kind of like went in Space Station's way throughout the game for the most part. And then I didn't watch the final 2 matches because it was getting, like I said, too close. But I looked at the score, and it looked like Space Station kind of was dominant. So the reset ended up being 4-0 in Space Station's favor. Now, like I said, this was a huge run by Space Station. Like they had a lot of games they had to play between these last 3 days. And on top of that, that grand finals match itself lasted for like, I think 4 plus 5 hours. Like, I think it was like in the 4.5, 5 hours. I don't know. It was definitely in the 4 hour range. I think maybe 4 hours. And 5, I think, was not right. So it was like a 4 hour stretch, maybe more than that, possibly. I can't remember the exact how many hours it was. Just the grand finals, like matches, because of the initial 7 and then the reset. That took ages. There's also definitely a lot of downtime. There's a few games where they had to, like, because there's technical issues and all, which was a little unfortunate. So there was definitely moments where there's quite big breaks because of technical issues. But yeah, a 4 hour plus stretch of just slogging it out, 2 best teams slogging it out. So that's why when I said, like, beginning the stream, I was like, man, this was like some sort of like gladiatorial marathon action. Like modern day gladiators just slamming each other for hours on end, right? It was brilliant. It was brilliant. And unfortunate for Optic, I do feel like this one was theirs to win, honestly. Like I said, usually like the losers bracket team, don't forget also, like, Space Station, even though I didn't watch it personally, Space Station had to play the match before against Shopify and then play this like 4 hour marathon against Optic, right? So they were already tired and had that whole losers bracket throughout the whole week, playing several more matches just to get to that grand finals, right? So they were pretty worn out and still managed to like pull off that dominant victory by the end of it. Like I said, in the beginning, it was very close and absolutely beastly watching them go at it. Like, personal highlights, like, from the grand finals match itself, and just generally was like, for me, it was Stella's, like, sniping was just beastly throughout. So those of you who don't know, I usually need the names because I don't remember the names, but it's Stella, Legend, Bound, and Stella, Legend, Bound, and man, now Eco, I think, is his name. I think that's the squad's name, the 4 in the squad. I hope I'm not messing up Eco's name, but yeah, Legend and Bound are like the newer addition to the team. Like, Bound came in last year and Legend came in this year, joined the team. And they've just been brilliant also together. Like, they've just been absolutely beastly members of the team. But yeah, the veteran Stella, in my opinion, like, just his snipes were brutal, man, how he was picking off enemies and stuff like that. But yeah, solid effort by the team. I forget the coach's name, but the coach in the Space Station, he's also like worthy of recognition because he's now so Space Station has won back-to-back, like the previous major they've won and this major they've won. And I think they've won a major before that. I think they've won 3 majors out of the 4. I think. I could be wrong about that. But definitely back-to-back, these last 2 majors they won. And going into the World Championship, it's going to be, theirs to lose now, it seems, because they are seeming like they are unstoppable. I definitely feel like even though FaZe got a pretty good run, I think the last 2 majors FaZe has sort of fallen out of like the dominant contention. I think for me, the World Championship it's still actually a toss-up in my personal opinion between Optic and Space Station. Like, that is, like, if Space Station has their off day or Optic has their kind of like day, like where things are clicking, right? Either one can either win or lose it, right? Depending on how it goes out. So I wouldn't write off Optic, even though they've been struggling to seal the deal victory-wise as far as majors go this year. They are still like getting to those grand finals, just not winning them, unfortunately. But yeah, all in all, I think Space Station's team currently, they are just looking like, God tier as far as like team to beat. right? As far as like everything, like they're playing so well together at the moment. It must be scary for the other teams whenever like, but not undefeatable. Let's not forget, Optic sent them into the losers bracket first game on this major. So as much as we're praising Space Station, like I said, it is still up in the air for the World Champs, World Championship series when it comes to Halo. As far as I know, the World Championship is going to be in October. So that's the next one. And that's when we'll probably see the final set of HCS drops this year. And hopefully, I'm almost certain, considering these last two majors have been so good, the World Championship drops are going to be amazing. I'm almost certain. Like, I can't imagine them falling short on quality as far as viewership rewards go. So that's probably something you're not going to want to miss out on. So just keep an eye if you're like into, collecting these viewership rewards and stuff like that. And don't miss out on the World Championship one, man. That's going to be, I'm almost certain, going to be amazing. When exactly in October? I presume mid-October is my guess, but I'm not exactly 100% certain on the dates. It probably is actually, I think I saw there's one of the news feeds show, is it? Does it say the dates? October 4th to 6th. So first week of October, not mid-October. So that's the next one, and that's the big one, Halo World Championship. So you're definitely going to want to catch that, at least if you're interested in the viewership rewards, but also probably because it's going to be an epic battle again. I 200% also highly recommend, if you didn't watch the grand finals, maybe skim through it at the very least, because it was good. It was good. Like, there were a lot of ninja like eliminations. It was a mixed bag of all sorts of beast moves, like ninjas, killing sprees, no scope, epic sniper, kind of like kill chain, like, well, not kill chains, epic sniper, like kill feeds, I guess, or something like that. Is that the correct term? It was good. It was good. And a lot of fun. And congratulations again to Space Station for taking the dub ski on this one. As mentioned, we will do a second League loot stream, and we'll check out this armor coating, do a similar stream where we're just playing the game, but we'll showcase the armor coating. And yeah, that'll be, I wanted to just do it so like I can time it out during these weekly challenges. That way, I can make a little progress on this operation and not necessarily have to play more than I need to. Because like I said, at the moment, at least for me, the game's a bit of a hit or miss as far as connection goes. More times a miss than a hit, right? So always nice to have at least something to do while making progress on the weeklies. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already. And we will be back in a few days checking out the armor coating. So not completely done with Halo just yet. And like I said, probably some solid rewards come the HCS World Championship. So we'll be back checking those things out also, hopefully. Take care. Bye. Yeah, the grand finals, like I woke up and saw like how long the battle was, and I'm like, oh my god, there's no way I'm going to be able to finish this before the stream. But it's worth watching for sure. Everything I've seen so far, it was brilliant.